Hello, my name is Ariel and welcome to How to Write an Essay. Today I'm talking all about thesis statements, and you might think that's impossible to make an entire video about thesis statements, but I have so much to say. This series is brought to you by Squarespace. So, a thesis statement. You could say it is the anchor of your entire paper. Let's start. What is a thesis statement? It's a short statement, usually one sentence, that summarizes the main point or claim of an essay and is developed, supported, and explained in the text by means of examples and evidence. Where should it be? Typically, your thesis statement should be at the end of your introduction. This is not a steadfast rule. You don't always have to put it there, but honestly, 99% of the time, you want to have it at the end of your introduction. A really helpful way to think about your thesis statement is that it's a compass. Imagine that you've just been plopped in front of a forest, and someone gives you an introductory ramble about this forest. Your thesis statement is the compass. Right before you're going to go and journey into the forest for a hike, you need a compass. You need something that you're constantly checking back to lead you and direct you through the essay and forest. A lot of my students felt that thesis statements were something they were simply doing for me because I wanted them, because I love thesis statements. And I do love thesis statements, but they're actually a tool for you, the writer of the essay, as well. It's a way for you to keep on track. Constantly throughout your essay, you should be referring back to your thesis statement, looking at that compass to remind yourself what it is you're arguing. A lot of the times research can get out of control. You find yourself on fun but random tangents, and it's important to constantly be linking back to your thesis statement. It's a tool for you also. So how do you make a thesis statement? It's really important to realize that a topic is not the same thing as a thesis statement. Your topic could be dogs, but your thesis statement will be a specific and arguable point about dogs. You could, for example, make your thesis statement, small dogs make better companions than large dogs. There you have a specific statement. It's not a fact, it's an opinion, it's an argument that you're making and trying to defend. Remember that your thesis statement should be an argument, not a fact. I have marked a lot of essays where the thesis statement is simply a fact. Something like, windows are made of glass. That's not something that you can argue. That's just fact. You're just giving me a research paper. What we're going for is an argumentative statement, something unique to you, something that you are proving, something that you're making connections about that nobody else has. If you're struggling to write an argumentative thesis statement, I find it incredibly helpful to do this practice. Write down on your computer, go ahead and type, in this essay, I will be arguing that, and then fill in the blank. That literally forces you to create an argument. You can end up leaving that as your final thesis statement, especially in lower years of university. Just having a clear argument is what a marker is looking for. But you can then, once you have a solid thesis foundation, change that so that it isn't as obvious. Another thing to keep in mind is that a thesis statement is never fixed. You can always change it, and thesis statements often do change throughout the essay writing process. You may have a thesis statement, you write your first paragraph, and you're like, oh wow, I actually am arguing something else. Or like 7 paragraphs into the paper, you realize, wow, I'm not actually arguing what my thesis statement is. Go ahead and change it. Adjust course to whatever you're actually writing about. You might think that my passion for thesis statements is insane and out of control, but thesis statements can help to anchor your paper. It can help you to link back and constantly make sure that what you're arguing is related to what you said you'd be arguing, and it's helpful to the reader to make sure that they know what you're talking about and can follow your argument. I really hope that you have found this helpful. Make sure to check out my other episodes on how to write an essay, and thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I use Squarespace for all of my website building, and I genuinely find it an incredible tool. It's an all-in-one platform. You never have to try and figure out coding or anything. It's a place where you can buy domains. It's great. And if you visit squarespace.com/Ariel, you can get your first trial for free, and you can get the first thing you purchase 10% off. So check them out in the description. Let me know down in the comments, what is your thesis statement? What are you arguing? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.